That was some of the last footage ever recorded of American Otto Warmbier, who shortly after that video became a prisoner of the North Korean regime. So before all this, Otto was your everyday kid from Cincinnati, Ohio. And in late 2015, early 2016, he booked a danger tour, where he and a group of others would be flown into North Korea. Now, according to everyone else that was on the trip with Otto, he acted very normally throughout the entire trip. These are some of his belongings that he left there in North Korea. But as he was preparing to leave the country with the rest of his tour group, he was arrested at the airport, and he would return home to America in a vegetative state. So no one knew what happened to Otto, but eventually a video was released by the North Korean government where he was begging for forgiveness, talking about how he stole some sort of a sign and how he had tried to subvert the people of North Korea against their supreme leader. All of this obviously is untrue. But according to North Korea, they had video footage of Otto stealing a propaganda poster in his hotel, which I guess is very extremely illegal in North Korea. They even leaked this security camera footage which allegedly shows Otto stealing the poster, even though many people agree that this probably isn't Otto. You can't make out any details on the figure, and it really could just be anyone. So eventually, after being charged with subversion, Otto was tried in North Korea, found guilty, and sentenced to 15 years of hard labor. All the while, Otto's parents were desperately trying to make contact with their son. They weren't allowed to speak with him, and they truthfully, after this trial, had no idea if he was alive or dead. Eventually, though, Donald Trump was able to broker some sort of a deal. Shockingly, it's alleged that the US government paid $2 million to the North Korean officials for the release of Otto. And this came after more than a year of bargaining and trying to get the North Korean people to let this American citizen return to his home country. However, when Otto emerged from the plane back on US soil, he was in a vegetative state. He kept screaming, he couldn't talk, he couldn't move, he was being fed through a feeding tube, and shortly after arriving back in the United States, Otto died. Now, North Korean officials have never come clean about exactly what happened to Otto. North Korean officials stated he was treated properly the entire time and with respect, but other prisoners that were there with Otto claimed that he might have been waterboarded, he was most likely beaten and physically tortured, and others have claimed that Otto was probably poisoned or targeted with bioweapons inside one of the prison camps in North Korea, meaning that whichever way you cut it, Otto's death was horrific, and nobody officially faced any repercussions for this. It definitely heightened tensions between North Korea and America, but no one was ever charged for his death, no one was ever held responsible, and justice in the story of Otto Warmbier is completely non-existent.